Hi Year 6, I know you've been looking at careers and different jobs. Well, now we're going to be looking at a job interview. So you're each going to see, you might have seen them already, I don't know when mine will come up. So today, I get to be interviewed.
Hello Miss Hursey. What was your job before you came to Wyndham?
Before I came to Wyndham, I was a teaching assistant for the deaf, or TAD for short, working with deaf children in another primary school in Derby, mostly in Year 6, although I did support other year groups as well.
Where did you work?
The school that I was in Mackworth, called Reigate Primary School. It was a mainstream primary school that had an ERF, that's an Enhanced Resource Facility, I've got to get that right, where families from outside the Mackworth area, if they wanted their child to come to a hearing school, but they had deaf children, we had a special unit that could cater specifically for deaf children. So in the ERF, we had teachers of the deaf, and we also had teaching assistants for the deaf. School isn't there anymore, it's been rebuilt, and it's now called Reigate Park, but I think they still do have deaf children coming there.
What were your responsibilities?
My main role was to support the deaf children, just like I support you in the classroom. So I would use sign language, as you know I can sign, to interpret what the teacher is saying. I'm sort of their ears and listening, so when the teacher speaks, I would sign to the deaf children what was being said, so interpreting the lesson. And that would happen during assembly. There would be somebody standing at the front, all the deaf children would be on one side of the hall so they could easily see the signer. So I would take my turn in doing that.
What skills did you need?
Obviously I need to learn how to sign, so I got to level 3. But you do also learn a little bit on the job. So if there was a sign that I didn't know what the sign was, we might have a conversation with the children to see, once we'd got the meaning, if there was a sign that they would understand, they might come up with one, or I might ask one of our colleagues what had they used in the past. Another of the skills, as well as the signing, I also had to listen to the teacher whilst I was signing the previous information. So there's always a slight delay in signing, and if you've watched it on the news, you might see there's a little bit of a delay with the signer because they have to listen to what's being said first before they can sign. So that's quite a skill, making sure I don't miss anything.
What skills did you develop?
Mainly my signing skills, because we all have different accents. You know, I say grass and bath and castle, just as there are accents in the deaf language. So children might come from a different area and they might have a different sign. So I always had to learn the different signs that we've got for different words. Teamwork's also an essential part of working with a group. There were about 12 or so people working in the ERF, teachers of the deaf, TAD, so we had to make sure we work together, we cover each other, working with lots of different children. Teaching the hearing staff and the hearing children different signs as well, so that was another skill that I developed. That's probably it, really.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I'd been there quite a long time now. I'd been at Reigate for 13 years, which was why I decided then to have a little bit of a change. And luckily, I came to Wyndham.
Thank you, Miss Hursey.
Thank you very much.